My new book, FREI WILD, the German version, is now ready to order. The link is here down in the video description. And now I wish you a lot of fun by watching my video. Hello and welcome back. My name is Vanessa Blank from Wild Woman Bushcraft. In this video I want to show you again a part of my self-sufficiency life. Living at a self-sufficiency farm is not always easy. People think there is always sunshine and everything is fine, but it is sometimes completely different. So I had to make a drastic decision. Why and what is actually to do at my self-sufficiency farm, you will find out in this video. So if you want, stay tuned. I have a big vegetable garden, a big fruit tree garden, and actually 14 chicken, 2 rabbits, 3 ducks, 2 gooses and 13 sheep. But is this really enough for self-sufficiency? When people think about self-sufficiency, they have in their head sunshine, summer weather, green meadow, and at this meadow there are a few happy animals, and at the end of the day you have a meal complete out of your garden or from your farm. So this is a daydream, because in reality it looks much different. Self-sufficiency is at first work, work, work and a lot of commitments. Can you see this? The sheep damage the bracing wire from the phone. This happens not only once in a year, they do it so often. When my animals can do one thing really great, then it is a jailbreak. I don't know why, maybe the grass at the meadows from the neighbor tastes so much better, but I had to check the phone every week and really often I had to repair it. So this phone is not the best condition, but make it complete new was really expensive, so I had to repair it so good as I can without expensive costs. The cost for the food for the animals is actually very expensive. So when you want to start a self-sufficiency farm, it is always important to thought about the cost and the use that you have from your farm. So there had to be a balance between the one part is cost, so this is the negative part, and the second part is how you can use it. So what do you really have from your farm? And this had to be a balance between those two parts, and actually I am not in balance, because I had no meadow where I can cut this grass for my animals, so I had to buy it. I had also no place to let grow my cereals for the chickens and the ducks and the goose. So that means that I had to buy a lot to have this animal self-sufficiency farm. And these are costs that I had to become in again. This is not really easy. So I had to thought about how I can get the cost again inside my money pocket. I cannot produce my food for the animals for myself because I haven't enough space for it. I have not another meadow that I can cut. I cannot grow cereals anywhere for the chickens and all the other animals. So I had to get my cost again in. And there is only one way how I can make it, and that means that I had to sell animals. Or I had to bring them to the slaughterhouse. The next thing is that you can't be flexible anymore. You can't say, oh, I want to make a short holiday, I am away for the next 4 days. Or only for one overnighter. You need always someone who is there by the animals. And this person had to know everything from the farm, had to know what they had to do when there is an emergency. And this is not so easy to have always someone for the animals. So you had to stay the most time at home because you have to care about the animals. You can't take them enough food and enough water, and so yeah, they have enough to live, so I can drive away for a few days. This is not possible. Ah, the gooses are here in the background. They want to come in also. Chibi, chibi. Chibi, chibi. So I thought a lot. I thought about the positive effects. I thought about the contrast. And it was a really hard decision, but I can't do my self-sufficiency life longer as I do it before. So at this way, it is not possible to do it much longer. The most work and the most expensive cost for food had, of course, the sheeps. So I have actually 13 sheep, and these are too much. I've got many lamps the last time, so this is a very positive effect, and it is always a happy day when a new lamp arrived, but it also means that there is one more animal who take away, who in German we said, frisst dir die Haare vom Kopf. So the English translation is that it feeds your hair from the head away. That means that you have nothing left from your money. So I had to reduce the sheep. I had to reduce all animals, but I start with the sheep. I want to show you another effect, what it means to have many animals, many sheep. For this I had to go outside. I came here into this tent because it is so cozy inside, and outdoors we had the whole day rain, so I come here inside. I make a very cozy sleeping place here for me and my children. At first I built this tent for make a do-it-yourself sauna tent. So when you don't know the video, I put it in the video description. But now I want to spend for one or several days here inside with the children, and I had a lot of grass here at the ground with military blankets on top, and I have so at this way a very cozy sleeping place for the children. But now we had to go outside in the rain. By the way, they stand here now in my way. I found out that I have 2 male goose, so I had the hope that I have 1 female and 1 male. I want to have goose eggs and also small gooses that they reproduce themselves. But yeah, it are 2 male gooses, but they are not aggressive to each other. So yeah, sometimes you can't change it. At days like this, it is impossible to have one white feeder because everything is wet and dirty, so they had to clean themselves the whole day. This is how a meadow looks like when the winter is very wet, when it rains a lot, and when you have a lot of sheep. So they have their typical paths between the meadow where they always walk always the same path, and then they have their favorite places at the meadow where they stand very often. So this is sometimes so close to the house as it possible. Yeah, and this means that this meadow here is damaged. So there are some parts like here where the meadow can grow anymore, but then there are parts like here where there is nothing left. And that means also that they are damaged their meadow so much that they will grow into this summer for a long time no grass. That means that I had to buy more food for them. At wet days like this today, I had to have them inside of the barn for a long time because otherwise they will damage the meadow so fast. But my barn isn't too big. I can't build it bigger, so I had only one choice, and this is reduce animals. I love my animals, but from time to time I also had to kill one of them. And I don't want to give my animals away to a slaughter because you never know what happened there. The animals had so much stress when they are away, the transport and the slaughterhouse. So when I had to kill some of my animals, I want to do it at myself, because then I know that it is so good as is possible. Of course, this process is never nice. It is always hard, and it is always also hard for me to make the decision, I kill you today. It is never easy, but I want to eat meat, and I think every person who wants to eat meat too should be able to kill an animal, because and steak or a sausage doesn't grow in the supermarket. So who want to eat meat should be able to kill it. And I do it and myself, I do it here. I kill them in the barn, so they had no stress. And I want to know from you if you want to see this part of self-sufficiency also. So I know that there are many people who make the decision to eat no meat, and this is absolutely okay for me. I can understand them. I make the decision for myself that I want to eat meat, but mostly from my own animals, so I can know that they have the most beautiful life that I can give them. So they eat healthy food, they are outdoors the whole day. They can grow slowly, not as fast as they had to grow in the industry. So, and I want to know from you if you want to see this part too or not. I know this is a very sensibility team. Not everyone wants to see this or want to know this, but I think it is also a part of survival because, in a survival situation, you also had to kill big animals and you had to know how to do it. You had to know what part of the animal you can use. You had to know where, what you have to check at the orchards, so if they are healthy or ill, and how you can use the leader and all of this parts. So this is also a part of survival. So please write it for me in the comment if you want to see this part of self-sufficiency also or not. Do you remember my problem with the rats? I was ill. Do you remember my problem of the rats? I told you about it in the last self-sufficiency video. So I was able to kill many of them, but not all. This here is some bread that I forgot in the barn yesterday evening, and today in the morning it was completely empty inside. So there are also many of them left. When you have animals, there is always food around, and there are always some pieces that are left, and this is the chance for the rats. So I had to fight more against them. This here is one of my favorite sheeps. It is from my favorite female sheep, Zilly. This is the white and brown one, but it is a male. Yeah, so go away. So it had to go. That means option A, I found a good place for it, or option B, I had to kill it. So you see, the life at a self-sufficiency farm can be very nice, very lovely. You are very often outdoors, you know what you have at the table, you know what you eat. But it can be also very hard. You had to make hard decisions, and from 1 second to the next one, it can be over because you had to kill this animal. Yeah, you had to be realistic. It is not always all romantic, and sometimes you had to make decisions or you had to make a change that you don't really want. So it is not always easy. Sometimes you had to make hard decisions, but there had to be a balance between this what you get and this what you had to give. And I make the decision that there is only one way, and this is reduce animals. So if you eat often meat, you had to have much more animals than I have. But it is not possible for me because I had not enough space and also the time. yeah, please let me know also what you think about my situation, if you had to make another decision or if you see another way, and what you think about slaughter video, if you want to see this part of self-sufficiency too or not. Please write it for me in the comment. So thank you for watching, and I hope we see us again in the next video. Have a good time. Bye bye.